Hello and welcome back to and to another edition of NXT Out of 10. And in our first NXT appearance since becoming Women's Champion, Becky Lynch kicked off an action-packed episode. It was a Champions Night as Carmelo Hayes and Dom Mysterio clashed in a non-title bout. And yeah, there's lots going on as well, including the Global Heritage Invitational. But yeah, moving on to Becky. Opening show promising Tiffany a rematch, and it would come at no mercy. Kiana James then attempted to attack the man from behind, but she fought off both heels with a steel chair. NXT is leaning into the time it has with Lynch. She's working every week and pushing her competition to separate. The crowd went wild for her and fully committed to being obvious heel Stratton. The centre of the universe is still showing continued inconsistency on the mic, but she didn't lose her confidence at least. It's surprising that NXT is pushing a rematch between these two women, but of course it will be a great contest, and I still have the belief that yeah, it's only putting over Tiffany Stratton getting to work week in, week out with a legend like Lynch. So yeah, can't do any harm. Before it's time for the Global Heritage Invitational Tournament, and we have Butch taking on Tyler Bate, proper throwback from the NXT UK days. And yeah, it was back and forth from the first minute, showing the great chemistry they have. After a back and forth, the big strong boy kicked out the bigger end, and the Bruiserweight finished him off with the better end. Will Butch and Bate had better matches. They kept consistent quality, and it had been too long since we've seen them in the ring. They brought it all over 11 minutes, and they could have had 3 times as long. The Bruiserweight needed to get the win here to make the tournament matter. Bate can get a shot at Noah Andara any time, but Butch is likely to get to the main roster scene. He needed a spotlight for his impressive work. The big strong boy showed once again why he may be too good for NXT at this point, and he could steal the show on the main roster at any time. So yeah, this was great stuff. Throwback to the glory NXT UK days. And yeah, just on the whole, a great bout. And I think Butch getting the win, big for him. He really is gaining momentum on NXT. But moving on into the Joe Coffey versus Duke Hudson match. Coffey enjoyed beating down Hudson 2 match in this match. However, it gave the MVP an opening, and he stole the win by ducking all the best for the bells and stacking up Gallus Leader for a 3 count. It would have been so nice to see a longer match, but it was still a solid front. The surprise result made things interesting. It was not moved to have a tiebreaker run off in a tournament this long, but this match was certain to be good. Of the 3 remaining men, Nathan Fraser's the most high profile, but Joe and Hudson could use the spotlight more. So yeah, it gets 6 out of 10 for me. I thought it worked nicely, solid little match. For me, the right result, but yeah, kind of thought maybe it could have gone a bit longer. But moving on into Roxanne Perez versus Lola Vice. Lola Vice challenged Roxanne Perez more than anyone could have expected, but the Prodigy caught the MMA star with a roll up for the 3. The goal was to elevate Vice without taking away from Perez, and I think this match definitely did that. It's the best Vice has looked, kind of highlighting her MMA background. The Prodigy could have got more and more since then, but it was with 4 minutes. The 2 knew how it was to showcase the favourite in the women's breakout tournament. So yeah, for me, I think it worked pretty nicely. So yeah, it gets a 6 out of 10 from me. It was then time for Carmelo Hayes versus Dirty Dom Mysterio, the 2 top singles men's champion in NXT, just kind of clashing off in the middle of the card. I just find this very random. He struggled to find an opening against Carmelo Hayes until the A champion accidentally threw him into Ilya on commentary. The Man Dragon struck, laying out Dirty Dom to cause a DQ. Afterwards, the North American title holder threw Mallow into the torpedo Moscow for the Dragunov, then bowed. Dragon Lee then laid him out and stood tall with Dom's belt. This was a solid if unspectacular performance from both men. Mallow and Mysterio started off quickly, but the action could not keep the pace once the bell rang. The 2 have got more than enough chemistry to kind of sell the time they got. Neither man could afford to lose, so NXT thought they'd take the cop out. While Mysterio could hold things over Mallow, the prospect of these 2 fighting again is not all that exciting. Next week, NXT needs something bigger for Mallow v Dragunov. This should feel bigger, but it kind of feels like Becky maybe taking the spotlight. And yeah, I don't know, it just kind of felt like a weird big time match to book, and yeah, kind of under-delivered. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Next up on NXT, it was Nathan Fraser versus Duke Hudson versus Joe Coffey in a triple threat in a Global Heritage Invitational. Duke Hudson threw around his more decorated opponents for a while, but he could not overcome their speed and power. Nathan Fraser hit him with a Phoenix Bash, and then Joe Coffey threw out Fraser and hit all the best bells for win Group B. The real Group B was significantly better and more involved in the first sprint. This was wild action, showcasing what Fraser is so special. He constantly pushed his pace in the match, and it's not like he took away from either or the other competitors. Hudson delivers every time when playing to the crowd, and Joe looked better in this match than he has done really for his whole NXT run, delivering with far more very Musa. Joe then probably should have just defeated Hudson to keep his dominant streak going, but fans got a better match out of this booking towards the end. The Gallus Leader should have won his best match in NXT TV next week against Butch, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, this gets 6 out of 10 for me. I thought it was a solid match, maybe not too spectacular, but you know, it's definitely served its purpose, and yeah, for me, the right result. Next up on NXT, it was Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria versus Tiffany Stratton and Kiana James. The heels attacked Lynch before the bell. Lyra made the save to set up a tag match. The man hit James with a manhandle slam, followed up with Valkyrie. There's a diving splash to win it. After a finish, Stratton struck Valkyria and Lynch with a steel chair. The man demanded their Raw match, No Mercy be no Extreme Rules match. It was a foregone conclusion from the open moment, but Valkyria would help Lynch in the main event, but it did not take away from the impact of the match. It felt important and highlighted the top stars in the women's division. They put over the Valkyrie in a big way here, giving her the pinfall. It's not surprising she was up next to the title. She is the most credible woman outside of Stratton to defeat Lynch. So yeah, maybe that could be where it goes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the No Mercy match as well. I thought, yeah, bit of a weird way to get there, but I think in the end it did alright. So I'll give it a 6 out of 10. And overall this week, NXT gets a 6 out of 10 for me. I thought it was a solid show. We had Lynch stuff, which I'm enjoying at the moment. Obviously, Butch v Bate was a great match, but he also did kind of have some weird stuff on there. I'm thinking Carmelo versus Dirty Dom in the middle of the show, and maybe some things that just didn't kind of feel quite as important, if you get what I mean. So yeah, a bit of a mixed bag really this week, but I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. But anyway guys, that's it really. Thanks so much for watching. Just go down, so it's kind of daily wrestling news and subscribe to the channel. It's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.